Kody Brown takes a massive fall and Brittany Cartwright cries in Special Forces First Look. Kody Brown, best known for his complicated family dynamics on Sister Wives, has stepped into an entirely new arena, literally. This time, instead of facing emotional battles with his wives, he's tackling one of the most intense celebrity reality competitions ever, Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. And let's just say, his very first episode did not go as smoothly as he probably hoped. From the very beginning, the series wastes no time in testing its celebrity recruits. The contestants are thrown into grueling, military-style challenges that push them beyond their physical and mental limits. For Kody Brown, who has long projected confidence and resilience in front of the cameras, this was a different type of exposure, one that stripped him of control. The shocking moment came when Kody attempted one of the first stunts of the season. It required physical endurance, balance, and mental focus. Unfortunately, he miscalculated, and the result was a massive fall that instantly had viewers holding their breath. Fans who tuned in saw Kody hit the ground hard, sparking immediate concern about whether he could continue in the competition. This wasn't just a small stumble, it was the kind of fall that makes an audience gasp in unison. And while the instructors on the show are quick to assess injuries and push contestants forward, the fall instantly became one of the most talked about moments online. Social media lit up with commentary, with many people pointing out the irony of Kody's reality TV past compared to the harsh reality of this new challenge. Meanwhile, another emotional storyline was unfolding at the same time. Brittany Cartwright, well known from Vanderpump Rules, faced her own struggles on day one of the show. The military-style challenges brought her to tears. In a moment of vulnerability, Brittany broke down under the weight of the pressure, exhaustion, and fear. She cried openly, admitting how difficult it was to face the intensity of the program. For viewers, the juxtaposition was striking. On one side, Kody Brown, the polygamist patriarch who has spent over a decade portraying strength, fell flat, literally. On the other, Brittany Cartwright, who has been open about her emotional side in the past, broke down but showed courage by continuing through the pain. Kody's fall isn't just a physical stumble, it's symbolic. For years, his storyline on Sister Wives has revolved around control, dominance, and leadership. He's positioned himself as the strong head of a sprawling family. But in Special Forces, there's no room for ego, no space for carefully crafted narratives. The instructors tear everyone down to the same level. And in that moment, Kody was forced to confront his own vulnerabilities in a way he's rarely done in public. The reactions from fans were swift and divided. Some found humor in the fall, posting memes and joking about how it mirrored Kody's downfall in his personal life with his wives leaving him one by one. Others expressed concern, pointing out that regardless of personal opinions about his past behavior, watching someone take such a hard hit is difficult. As for Brittany, her tears resonated deeply with viewers. Many praised her for being real, admitting her fear, and pushing forward despite the breakdown. Reality TV fans know her for her loyalty and openness on Vanderpump Rules, and here she showed a new layer of herself, vulnerable yet determined. The first episode of Special Forces set the tone for what's to come. This is not a show where celebrity status matters. It's about grit, determination, and mental strength. For Kody Brown, his massive fall was a wake-up call. It revealed that outside of the controlled world of TLC cameras, he is just another contestant facing the raw brutality of the challenge. The question now is whether Kody will recover from this rough start and prove he has what it takes to stay in the competition, or whether this moment will define his journey on the show. His fans, and critics, will be watching closely. Brittany's tears, meanwhile, highlight the human side of the competition. No amount of fame, followers, or past TV experience can prepare someone for the psychological warfare of Special Forces. Her emotional honesty may end up being her strength, showing that acknowledging weakness is part of finding true resilience. Both moments, Kody's fall and Brittany's tears, are already shaping the narrative of the season. They showcase the extremes of human reaction when pushed beyond normal limits. For viewers, it's exactly the type of drama that makes Special Forces so compelling: real struggle, real stakes, and no room to hide. In the days following the premiere, clips of Kody's fall spread rapidly across social media platforms. On Twitter, fans joked that the universe had finally knocked him down a peg. On Instagram, discussions flared about how symbolic the moment felt, especially given his crumbling relationships on Sister Wives. TikTok users quickly jumped on the moment too, with edits comparing Kody's fall on Special Forces to his downfall with Christine, Janelle, and Mary. But for Kody himself, this is no joke. Competing on Special Forces requires digging deep into reserves of strength that most people don't even realize they have. The physical pain is intense, but the mental toll is even harsher. After the fall, Kody's body language changed. The swagger and bravado were replaced by a noticeable caution. For perhaps the first time, viewers saw him not as a domineering figure, but as a man pushed to his breaking point. The instructors on the show don't coddle anyone. When Brittany cried, she wasn't given comfort. Instead, she was told to push through. And that's the central theme of the program, raw endurance. For Brittany, the tears didn't end her journey, they were part of it. For Kody, the fall may be the first of many struggles that strip away his public image. Reality TV fans are already buzzing about how Kody's participation might affect his reputation beyond Sister Wives. Some argue that this could humanize him, showing a more vulnerable side than audiences have ever seen. Others believe it could backfire, reinforcing criticisms about his lack of adaptability and his inability to truly lead under pressure. As for Brittany, her emotional honesty may win her new fans. Viewers often connect more deeply with contestants who aren't afraid to show real emotions, and Brittany's breakdown is likely to become one of the standout emotional moments of the season. The dynamic between Kody and Brittany's struggles also reflects a broader theme of Special Forces, stripping away celebrity personas to reveal the raw, unfiltered human underneath. No matter what show you came from, no matter how many followers you have, on this battlefield everyone is the same. Episode 1 has already proven that this season will be intense, unpredictable, and packed with moments that will dominate conversations online. Kody Brown's massive fall is only the beginning. Brittany Cartwright's tears are only the first glimpse of emotional breaking points. Together, they set the stage for a season that's going to test not only the contestants but also the way viewers perceive them. For Kody, this may be a chance at redemption or humiliation, it all depends on how he responds moving forward. For Brittany, this may be the start of a journey that proves her strength in ways she never imagined. And for fans, one thing is certain, the drama is only just beginning. Sister Wives, Kody Brown faces humiliation after brutal Special Forces challenge leaves him struggling. Kody Brown has been in the spotlight for years, but this time, it's not about family drama, broken marriages, or tense arguments with his wives. Instead, the Sister Wives patriarch is being tested on a whole new level in Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. And just when fans thought they had seen him at his lowest, the latest episode delivered another shocking blow. The scene begins with contestants being pushed into one of the harshest challenges yet, an obstacle course designed to break even the strongest participants. The course required strength, endurance, and razor-sharp focus. For most celebrities, it was a nightmare. For Kody, it became an embarrassment. Almost immediately, Kody began to struggle. His timing was off, his balance wavered, and his confidence seemed to evaporate with each step. As other contestants managed to push forward, Kody fell behind, gasping for breath and showing visible signs of fatigue. The instructors barked at him, pushing him to keep moving, but his pace slowed to a crawl. Viewers couldn't help but notice how different Kody looked here compared to his persona on Sister Wives. On the TLC series, he often presented himself as strong-willed, in control, and determined to lead. But here, stripped of comfort, surrounded by equally determined competitors, he looked vulnerable, defeated even. The breaking point came when Kody was faced with a particularly grueling part of the course, hauling a heavy pack up a steep incline under the watchful eyes of the instructors. While some contestants powered through with sheer determination, Kody collapsed under the weight. He fell to the ground, struggling to get back up, visibly in pain. It was a humiliating moment, not just for him but for the image he has built over the years. This wasn't the confident patriarch of a polygamist family, It was a man visibly broken by the challenge. As he stumbled forward, cameras captured the frustration in his eyes. He muttered under his breath, questioning whether he could even continue. The instructors, known for their brutal honesty, didn't hold back. They told him to push harder, to stop making excuses, to fight like the others. But Kody wasn't the only one facing struggles. Brittany Cartwright, already emotional in the first episode, also had a difficult time with the challenge. Once again, tears flowed as she admitted how much she doubted herself. But unlike Kody, her breakdown drew sympathy from viewers. They saw her as authentic, raw, and relatable. In contrast, Kody's struggles drew mixed reactions. Some fans sympathized, saying the challenge was brutal and that anyone would struggle under such conditions. Others, however, were less forgiving, calling it karma for the way he treated his wives on Sister Wives. Social media lit up with commentary, with some joking that the obstacle course finished him off faster than Christine ever could. The symbolism was not lost on fans. Over the years, viewers watched Kody lose control of his once tightly held family. One by one, Christine, Janelle, and Mary walked away, leaving him with only Robin. Many felt this challenge mirrored that loss of power and strength, another reminder that Kody's world is not as solid as he once made it appear. But perhaps the most telling part of the episode was what happened afterward. When the challenge ended, Kody sat off to the side, drenched in sweat, his head hanging low. For a man who has built his entire reputation on being the leader, the head of the family, the protector, it was a sobering image. He looked like someone unsure of his next move, both in the competition and in life. Meanwhile, Brittany's emotional resilience began to shine through. Yes, she cried, but she kept going. She didn't quit. And that determination stood in sharp contrast to Kody's hesitation. Fans began to see Brittany as the underdog worth rooting for, while Kody risked becoming the contestant viewers expected to fail. Reality TV thrives on moments like these. The vulnerable breakdowns, the shocking collapses, the stories of redemption or defeat. And in this episode, Kody Brown provided exactly that. His humiliation became the centerpiece, while Brittany's emotional honesty gave viewers someone to cheer for. The episode sparked intense debates online. Some argued that this was a side of Kody that needed to be seen, stripped of ego, facing real challenges. Others said it confirmed what they always suspected, that Kody's strength was more talk than reality. Memes quickly circulated, with fans comparing Kody's collapse on the obstacle course to his collapse as a husband and father on Sister Wives. But one question now looms over the competition: can Kody recover from this? Or has the show already exposed him in ways that will haunt him long after the season ends? For Brittany, the path forward seems clearer. Her vulnerability has turned into her strength. She's showing viewers that it's okay to cry, to struggle, and still keep moving. Kody, on the other hand, has to prove he can rise above humiliation, that he won't let one brutal moment define his entire journey. The instructors on Special Forces are known for pushing contestants to their absolute limits. And if Kody wants to survive, he'll have to dig deeper than ever before. He'll have to let go of the bravado, the pride, and the ego, and find something real inside himself. Whether he can do that remains to be seen. What's certain is that viewers will be watching every step, every stumble, every tear. Because in the world of Special Forces, there's no hiding. The competition reveals the truth, whether contestants are ready for it or not. And for Kody Brown, that truth might just be the hardest challenge he's ever faced. Sister Wives, Kody Brown gets called out by Special Forces instructors after struggling to prove himself. Kody Brown has spent years telling the world he's a leader, a fighter, and someone who can rise above challenges. But on Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, there's no room for talk. The brutal reality series doesn't care about reputations or carefully crafted images, it only cares about performance. And in the latest episode, Kody faced one of the harshest wake-up calls yet. The episode started with contestants being lined up in freezing temperatures, their gear weighing heavily on their shoulders. The instructors, former military operatives, wasted no time in barking orders and stripping away any trace of celebrity comfort. It was survival mode from the very first second. For Kody, this was a nightmare. Already shaken from his massive fall in the premiere, he entered the challenge with visible hesitation. The swagger he once carried on Sister Wives was gone. He looked tense, unsure, and distracted. When the physical test began, Kody lagged behind. His movements were slow, his endurance fading with each step. The instructors immediately noticed. Unlike on his TLC show, where he often dominated conversations and asserted his authority, here he was nothing more than another recruit, and a struggling one at that. The breaking moment came when one instructor called him out directly in front of the group.